finger gun, good morning. Every dish today is going to be some sort of a fusion. So we're gonna take the theory of ragu and keep some of it traditional with tomato sauce and, you know, of course, like the steak and stuff like that, or the roast, but we're gonna add in some Asian flair and some Korean flavors. Look, it's so wobbly now. It's so dangly. The Italians are getting their pitchfork. I never stated that I was making authentic Italian food, okay? Don't even get me started on the seafood stew that I'm gonna be making later. It's basically like an Italian seafood boil, kind of. I don't know how, it's called a chopapino. So instead of my regular mirepoix of carrot, onion, and celery, I have red onion, white onion, and leek. This is gonna be a giri original, yay! We're gonna do the classic way of searing the meat, just so that it has a nice crust and everything like that. You already the entirety of Italy by using leek. It's fusion! Okay, that looks pretty good. Look at that color. Huh? Okay, never mind. I guess it can only focus from far away. Let's grab our meat out. I think the color looks pretty swell. Let that saute a little bit. Hopefully it's not gonna keep burning the bottom of my pan. I'm gonna add a little bit of gochujang now so I can kind of heat up and stir fry a little bit. That's a heaping tablespoon. I'm eyeballing everything because there is no real recipe today. I have a little bit of old red wine that I'll use up first to deglaze. And I'm gonna add a little bit more. Finally, I'm done with this guy. How do you open this? Where's this? There's no, do I twist it? How do you open this? Oh, I exposed it, I did it. This one I've seen before. My dad uses this. It feels weird. Am I doing it? Oh, he's lifting. You raise me up. Aerate. Yes, I also like my wine with air in it. That is a dry wine. I'm gonna just, boop. It was like acidic and dry. It's hard to explain. Thank God this does not require a can opener or else I'm gonna be in trouble. 1 tube, maybe? I don't know, I'm guessing. It's vibe cooking today. I don't think I'll do the whole can. I think I'll just do half because I think for galbijjim, usually they use like beef stock or like pear, like ground pear and stuff. So they don't actually use a whole lot of tomato in their galbijjim. So to make it fusion, to keep in line with the essence of what we're doing today, I'm gonna do half tomato sauce, a little bit of wawa, and I'm gonna add some bouillon beef right here. I'll wait for it to boil a little, let it kind of combine the flavors before we put the beef in. I forgot the MSG too for the tofu. Okay, a little bit of soy sauce action. I'm just looking at my pantry now. I'm just throwing random shit in. White pepper and black pepper. A little bit of salt. Tiny little bit. This is more akin to how I cook when I'm at home. I'll just take the standard recipe and I just follow it halfway, not fully. And then I just add random shit that looks good in my pantry and I go like, you know what? I like that flavor. That flavor is a good flavor. Maybe some sancho peppers. Just that way though, for some flavor. It's not enough to actually make it numbing. Oh, a bay leaf. The only ragu is the onion. No, there's tomato and everything, okay? It's the technique with some different, some liberties taken with the ingredients, okay? I'll put the meat in. And we're gonna roast that for like an hour and a half to 2 hours roughly. The only thing ragu about it is the name. Beef roast. How's that? Beef roast. I guess.
Italians and being obnoxiously overdramatic about their traditional recipes. Name a more iconic duo.
It's okay. I get it. Tiramisu is very flexible in what you can do. You know how people have like the matcha one, the chocolate one? There's a bunch of different tiramisu variations. I've never tried the lemon variation. I'm not a huge coffee lover, so I think maybe lemon would fit quite well. It's just basically egg and whatever like juice you're doing. So we need lemon juice. We only need a 1/3 cup, so we're just gonna measure it like on the go, just have it ready. I think that's fine. 2 eggs into our mixing bowl that we're gonna have it pre-mixed. We're gonna use the lemon juice to temper the eggs, which is to bring the eggs to a gentle temperature using the hot lemon juice so that it does not burn the eggs when you put it directly onto the pan. This one, we're just gonna use the yolk, so I'm gonna take out the egg white. The egg white, I'll save it for later. I don't know what I'm gonna use it for, but grab a whisk, safe enough to use for whatever you're gonna be cooking the curd in. Okay, That's a lot of sugar. We have egg and sugar, that's literally it. I have a little bit of this. Oh, maybe enough. Oh, maybe enough. I got a new one. It's Sicilian. The Italians in the chat are gonna be so proud of me. Carefully. Ah! No, I let a little bit spill out. Okay, now this is the part where you have to be a little bit careful. Don't just pour it all in, because the difference in the temperature will make your eggs kind of cook and scald, and it'll, you know, turn into scrambled eggs for a little bit. So you want to keep stirring this, and you want to add a little bit, just a little. Keep stirring it while you're adding it. So you're gradually increasing the temperature, not pouring it all inside. And then once you kind of did like 1 or 2 small inclusions, you can just pour the rest in and just make sure it's all nice and evenly mixed in. Then we're gonna actually pour everything back in here. And this is gonna be the uncooked base for the curd. And then we're gonna put it back on the stove. You don't want it too hot, and you want to keep stirring. Don't take your eyes off of it. Don't look away. This will gradually start to thicken up as the eggs start to heat through, and it becomes like slowly more cooked, but again, not scrambled eggs cooked. Okay, I think that's good. I'm gonna turn the heat off, and I'm going to take it off the heat now, and I'm gonna put it here. A little bit of butter will emulsify the lemon and give it a little bit of creaminess. Roughly about 2 tablespoons. This is probably just 1, but I'm gonna keep it the 1. Just a little bit of zhuzhing, not too crazy, not too crazy. And our lemon curd is pretty much done. If you're kind of new to this and you kind of see some lumps, or if you're not sure if there are any lumps, the sifting step will help a lot with making sure that your custard is silky. See, even I have a little bit of egg whites in there that I kind of f***ed up. So this step will make sure that these pieces do not make it into your custard. And you wanna have the saran wrap touching the surface of the curd. Curd tends to leave a film when it's drying. So if it's not touching the surface, it'll form this kind of like film thing, which will ruin the texture of your curd. So doing this will make sure that when you peel off the saran wrap, it's just like the fresh layer of curd and not any air touching it. So this, put it directly into the fridge, but I would say this needs at least like a minimum 1 hour to really cool down. So hopefully in the meantime, we'll do the rest of the stuff and make pasta and, you know, etc., etc. Okay, pasta time. This time, we're gonna keep it authentic. Okay, no, I'm not gonna say that word. We're gonna keep it authentic-ish. It's gonna be very, very eyeballed, because that's how Nana does it. This is another roughly half a cup. I hope I'm not f***ing it up. If I do need to add more flour, we'll add more flour. Look at that whipping technique. I'm too scared to whip it too hard. Oh, should I add a little bit of salt? Maybe I should add a little bit of salt. Do I add it now? I don't have a Nona to ask. I've watched this on the Food Network so many times. Am I doing good, Nana? I'm doing it. Oh, it's so fast. Oh, Shiba. I saved it a little bit. Just keep the flour on hand in case you need to, you know, add more flour or add a little bit more egg depending on the hydration of your dough. The most dramatic mix. You gotta keep it authentic, you know? A little drama goes a long way for Italian food. Collect and scrape off any of the wet pieces of dough that was stuck on the thing. Grab any of the leftovers that were here. I feel like it should be stiffer. But the question is, when are you stiff enough? Are you ever stiff enough? When do we know if it's too stiff? This is in line with the Italian spirit. Make too much for your family, so give some to the neighbors to share the wealth. In Chinese noodles, we Southerners use duck egg in the noodle. Really? Oh, the other one, the yellow noodle. I was thinking more so just like Northern China. That's the one I'm more familiar with. So things like ramen and stuff. Ramen, not ramen. Ramen is also different. Dough. I put in the fridge. Okay, stare at my beautiful chessboard. I'm gonna grab my little container. I was thinking of using this one, keeping it small and modest. The mascarpone is very, very easy. I think the original creator of this particular recipe used like eggs and a whole bunch of other things. I feel like that just makes it too heavy. So I think I'm just gonna try mascarpone as it is. And if I do want to kind of lighten it a little bit, I'll add a little bit of whipped cream. That's kind of what I was thinking to kind of incorporate everything. I have the mascarpone sitting at room temperature, so it should be quite soft. That looks pretty good. Okay, I'm gonna eyeball the sugar because I think the custard was quite sweet already. So I'm just gonna add in maybe that much. I don't wanna add in too many. Let's do 1 egg white that was already here. I believe it was more egg yolks than egg whites if I remember correctly. Maybe it's more egg yolks. egg whites and egg yolks. I'm confused. And now all that's left is to whip up the egg whites. Really quickly, I'm gonna add a little bit more sugar in there, just a little for stability and for a little bit of flavor. And we're gonna mix this until medium peaks. You guys already know, I make so much meringue here. You already know the process. Because it's not gonna be a huge amount of meringue, I'm not gonna divide it into like the three installments of sugar. I'm just gonna add all of it in because it's just a tiny little amount. However, I can add a little bit of lemon juice for stability since it kind of matches the flavor profile. And then now that this is done, we're gonna grab our mascarpone and put it into our meringue. And same thing as what we usually do with like baking and stuff. Classic like J-stroke thing, you know, you guys know the drill. And then just fold it in so it's nice in one piece. Let me add in the lemon zest. Zesting a whole lemon, maybe 2. I'm gonna squeeze my lemon a little bit, massage it, just to kind of release some of the extra flavors. Hopefully there's not a lot of seeds. Just a little bit of sugar since you guys really wanted me to add a little bit. I tried to make, oh, they're so small. What the hell? They're like mini tiramisu. Oh, they're so cute. Okay, I dip it thoroughly in the lemon. Let it all soak in. Just give it a nice twirl. Feel it soaking up all of the juices. And we're gonna fill up this corner later with the extra tiramisu. It's very easy to just like break a few pieces. Grab our mascarpone. Oh, maybe 3 of these. Make sure it covers everything nicely. I think you're forgetting the espresso. It is not your average classic tiramisu, okay? It is a newer take, a newer spin on a classic recipe. These are really thirsty motherfuckers. They're just like sucking it up. Okay, let's get our curd out that we made earlier. If you just peel off the Ziploc, there's really not much stuck to it. This is just to, like I said, to prevent like a skin from forming over the curd itself. Give it a little mixy mix just to revive the curd a little bit. I'm starting to think that maybe I shouldn't have put on this extra layer of mascarpone. Okay, I think I'm gonna put it in the fridge now. I'll decorate it with like lemon slices and stuff later, but I think for now it just needs to like set and do its thing. What's the Italian word for a seafood stew? Seafood chopapino. Choppiano. Assassino cappuccino. No, it's seafood stew, okay? It's seafood stew. It's nothing super unheard of, but I will make it slightly more Asian-ish. I did not realize that fusion food is gonna be what does it, you know? I thought fusion food would be like, oh my God, it's fusion. Okay, so you just, you know, mix 2 flavors together or mix like common, like combinations together. It's gonna be cool, it's gonna be chill. I did not realize it was gonna piss off so many people. This is very fascinating. So I have clam, I have shrimp, I have octopus, and I also have imitation crab. I'm waiting for the flames to come out of their ears. I have imitation crab, okay? Arrest me! Take out any clams where the shell is open, because they dead. Don't eat those. I'm gonna get a little bit of a bowl. I'm gonna put together our little aromatics, which is shallot and garlic.
Yeah, we can tell you're making it up, Papu.
There's nothing wrong with having a little bit of fun in the kitchen, okay? Not everything has to be according to a recipe. If you want to experiment and do something different, do that shit, girl. I will add maybe 4 big-ish cloves of garlic. Italians love garlic, right? So do Asian people. See, we see eye to eye about some things. It's okay. They're gonna finish seeing the concoction. They're gonna be like, oh, I mean, it's definitely not Italian, but does it look good? I think they will say it looks good. Not too much, just a teeny weeny little bit. Oh, thank God, the white wine is a twist cap. Add in my shallots. Time to deglaze with a little bit of wine. I don't know how much, but I'll just add in a dab of that to let it concentrate and reduce down slightly before I add in the stock. Okay, I'm gonna add in the tomatoes now because I don't actually remember when I was supposed to add them. I'm gonna add enough water so it can kind of support all of the seafood that I'm adding in, but I will add in a little bit of dashi powder. All of it? Some of it? All of it. And then add a little bit of salt and pepper. Keep it simple as the Italians do. Add a little bit of parsley into the mix. I'm just gonna give them a nice fine dice. This better not ruin my dish. If I taste like that ugly cilantro / parsley taste, I'll be so sad. But I do want to give it a try with the original recipe. Okay, put that in there for some greenery. A little bit of sugar to balance the acid. Because all of these things don't take too long to cook, I think I'm gonna add in the clams first. Let that do its thing. I think the thing that cooks the easiest will be octopus, and then second easiest might be shrimp. So I'm gonna put the clams in, and I'm also gonna put the surimi. The surimi in, and let that kind of stew and cook just a little bit. Okay, shrimp going in, octopus going in. Octopus doesn't take too long, shrimp doesn't take too long, so just spread that out a little bit. And I do believe it's almost pasta time. It's still surprisingly kind of soft, my little pasta dough guy. You'll know the shrimp is done when both sides are just fully pink. You don't have to worry about how long it's been pink for. If it's pink, it's done. So for one of the shrimps that I was looking at, the other side was like still slightly gray. So I'm just gonna give it another minute or so. In the meantime, I think we can probably start rolling out the dough. Let's see how our dough is. I worry that it's too wet. No! This was the only thing that was actually Italian that I didn't add any weird ingredients to. Is this karma? What crime did I commit, huh? What crime am I being held for, Your Honor? At this rate, I'm gonna be making like pasta udon. Is it sticky? How sticky are we talking? Ooh. We might have a workable piece, but it's very, very irregular. I'm gonna keep them relatively thick-ish, not fettuccine thick, because I worry it might be a little bit too like thin. So to compensate, maybe a little bit of thickness would help, or else we're gonna be just eating angel hair pasta. Is that good? Am I doing it? Any Nana would cry if you made her pasta like this. The crying part is right. No, your grandma will be crying of happiness. Okay, noodles are done. I'm gonna put a little bit more flour. Guys, check out my noodles. Have you seen noodles? A noodle as hard as my noodles? Let's see the ragu. Ooh, wait, hold on, I wanna try one. Oh, that's really good. It's like a little bit spicy. It's tomatoey. It's like earthy. For the haters out there who were hate watching this whole time, ha! It's super, super tender. It has the essence of the original ragu, dare I say, maybe with flavor. I have good hopes. I have high hopes about this pasta. I'm also gonna plate up my seafood bowl thing while we're waiting. I'm gonna give some to Shadow. I'll put it into a bowl, maybe easier for him to handle. And I'll put mine in a plate. Fresh egg noodle. Fettuccine. I think that looks pretty good. Our seafood chopapino. Let's try the main dishes first and see how they go. I'm gonna try the pasta first, which looks really delicious. Very good. Tomatoey, spicy, earthy, hearty. It almost is like a mix between an Italian like tomato sauce based ragu and a Taiwanese beef stew. That's more of a realistic fusion flavor that I ended up making. I think in comparison, the sauce is definitely the star of the show. The noodles need work. The noodles need a lot of help. But the sauce is really, really good. If you mix it with rice, if you mix it with like rice noodles, just regular pasta, I think either way, it'll be really good. You know what? Let me quickly give this to Shadow. I'll be right back. So he has something to nom on before I eat the seafood, because I don't think he likes seafood anyways. This is really good too. The laukama is just like a little bit of spice. Overall, I think it goes really well with the soup. I guess you're just gonna have to stay mad because it was actually really good. I mean, I did make it today, so I wonder how soft it's, oh no, it's pretty soft. It's quite bright and vibrant. It's like tangy, not too sweet. That's pretty good. I think the ladyfingers need to soak more overnight. It's not completely softened through. That's because I only just, made it like 3 hours ago. But for what it is, it's pretty good. And I was trying to cut down the sweetness already. The original recipe asked for like a third more sugar than what I already added. Okay, take care everybody. Thank you for coming. Thank you for hanging out. Bye-bye.